going? All right, I'm going to tell you a story. A few years ago, I was at South by Southwest, and my manager said, "Hey, I want you to play a song for some people." So I followed him to what looked like a government building on South Congress, and we go into this room. And in the room is tons of people from every AAA radio station around the country. And I play a song for these people, and then the guy that was in charge, the head honcho guy, he's like, "All right, what do y'all think?" And everybody in the room held up their hand, and in their hand was a piece of paper, and on the piece of paper was a number. Like a dunk contest. And it doesn't bother me the panel of judges didn't bother me. It's just the fact that a room like that exists. It's a bit strange. But what I want to talk about is mostly, it's not the panel of judges. It's the panel of judges that's in our own heads. And it's constantly going. It's like an inner critic, a.k.a. the mind, a.k.a. the ego. And the ego, or the mind as I'll call it, it works in a world of form. That's where it operates. It loves it. It loves things like time. It's obsessed with time and money, and it worries to no end. And if you've ever sat down to create something and you've heard this voice in your head say, "How do I start?" Or my personal favorite, "This better be good." That's the mind talking. There's nothing worse for creativity than that voice, and it's just simply not creative. I've been trying to think of a common denominator of why we're all here today, and I believe that it's the simple and powerful idea that we all have a desire in us to create. And it's inside of us, and we can follow it down, and it's like a flame that's constantly burning. And if we stay focused and follow the flame down, it can take us somewhere outside of the world of form and into what we'll call no thought, or what other people call like unmanifest. I don't know how to spell very good. Maharishi says everything derives from the unmanifest. I like the way David Lynch says it. He says everything that is a thing comes from nothing. It's a peaceful place inside of all of us, and it's where all creativity arises from. Now, back to the panel of judges. After I played that song, they asked me a question that's been haunting me for years. They asked, what do you write first, your words or your music? And it just didn't compute at the time because that question lives in the world of form. They see a song at a time, 0, and it's maybe, 3 minutes and 20 seconds? That's like a hit, right? And then somebody will see a song and they like the song. And then they start analyzing the song and they start dividing it into verse. I like that verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, whatever. And that's the final product. That's what you see. So what they don't see is where the thing comes from, and that's that little burning desire that's in all of us. And from this little desire, there's these little ideas that start rising up. And they start going. And as they rise higher and higher, they start taking shape in the world of form. And they land right where they should land when they need to go there. It's like ideas are the roots holding up this song. So by the end of it all, you have a little seed with roots, and it looks like this, whatever. But when I think about the question, what did you write first, your words or your music? It's like, I don't even know what phrase I wrote first. It just doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't make much sense to think about it. I think that the world is we just constantly think about stuff, and to no end. So I want to, if anything, open up the idea and challenge people to meditate, or what my wife likes to call it, allowing yourself time to be nothing and do nothing. When I'm walking around the house and I'm like putting forks where the spoon should go, and I'm completely not present, she's like, dude, just get out and go to your place and create something, because that's what feeds us. I saw Mayor Fisher at Forecastle last year, and he has like this calm way about him. I don't know what it is. He seems very decisive, and that's very attractive to me. I like people who know exactly what they want to do and exactly how to do it. And I just asked him, I was like, do you meditate? And he's like, yeah, I do. And he said if everybody in the world meditated for 15 minutes a day, his job would be pretty easy. You know? So it is true that creativity is inside of us all, because that place of inner peace and stillness is there, just like we have hands and feet, and it's accessible to us, and we should use it, and it's very important. So that's all I have to say about that. I've been writing lately, so I figured I'd play some songs. I don't know if you want to turn the lav off or what. Type feed. Mommy's working late, and Daddy's out of state. I make black bike tire marks on the concrete, for there ain't no time on Baker Street. And oh, hi-oh, the same old lies still remind you of a place you used to know. And oh, hi-oh, a diamond in the sun. I watch her shining from my bedroom. I can almost hear her say, times were good till the time they went away. Oh, hi-oh, the same old signs flash and shine and then pale in an afterglow. And oh, hi-oh, don't kill my Ohio. Don't kill my Ohio. I press my luck
My feet got stuck and I danced in an undertow. In Ohio. Thanks. You're back in time for the heat. It feels just like you're 17. Maybe you could get a lift from the uptown boys you used to run with. Ooh. You wore makeup for 3 days straight, half a Xanax for the holidays. By the look on your face, you're rolling eights the hard way. We came here to win, we didn't come for the entertainment. I believe in Las Vegas, city of plastic. It's so real, it's dangerous. You're back out here on the street. The desert wind is burning up your feet, Lord. I beg your pardon, I was leaving. On account of my Dixie love's gone away. Are you up, or are you grinning? Now I'm listening to the stories that you're spinning about how you got burned when the tables turned cold. We came here to win, we didn't come for the entertainment. I believe in Las Vegas, city of plastic. It's so real, it's dangerous. Now you're hearing the made-up sound. Just like Elvis, you came crashing down. By the look on your face, you was a little bit loaded. We came here to win, we didn't come for the entertainment. I believe in Las Vegas, city of plastic. It's so real, it's dangerous. I believe in Las Vegas, city of plastic. So real it could save us. Thanks. Strange playing some songs on acoustic. Doesn't make much sense. We've been rehearsing that one. It's been real fun. Everybody does their best Elvis impersonation. It sounds like, I believe in Las Vegas. Just imagine like 8 guys singing that same line. That's a big bath time hit. There's no sense in knowing when the bullets will bite you. I must have had some good fortune and drank with the Messiah. So here's to the atmosphere from which I fell. It's big, wide, and vast, dear, strange as all hell. A city and its towers, they climb up and go outward, baby, all while we wait for the midnight hour. That's when the stardust struck before the lights went out. One more night in Jackson, and one more kiss right now. They say the soul is a searching for one just like itself. But when the whole wide world burns out, there won't be anyone else. So take it off in the sunshine and put it on when it's storming, and take it off in the nighttime, put it back on in the morning. A city and its towers, they climb up and grow outward, baby, all while we wait for the midnight hour. That's when the stardust struck before the lights went out. One more night in Jackson, and one more kiss right now. Whoever's in charge here, they're just so damn rich, eccentric and foolish, but just so damn rich. They carry fancy belongings and have a look on their face like everything is disposable and easily replaced. A city and its towers, they climb up and grow outward, baby, all while we wait for the midnight hour. That's when the stardust struck before the lights went out. One more night in Jackson, and one more kiss right now. One more night in Jackson, and one more kiss right now. One more night in Jackson, I'm gonna take my dentures out. One more night in Jackson, baby, and we're gonna have to eat sauerkraut. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Matt. So we'll do a little Q&A.
Yeah, should I sit?
I was telling Matt earlier, like, this is like my ultimate dream of trying to create a MTV Unplugged type environment. It's the closest we got. So we'll do a little Q&A, and someone really liked that one. Appreciate that. We'll do a little Q&A with Matt here to kind of kick it off. Some of your songs are about different places you've visited. You've traveled the world playing music.
Yeah.
And especially with a lot of creatives in the room who work with a lot of clients in different cities, there's always a draw to move to the sexy places like Nashville or New York or LA. But some of us have chosen to plant our roots down here. I would love to hear you speak. I'm sure you've been pulled to those areas, but why is this home, and why are you still creating here?
I wrote more stuff about places that I've never been than about places that I've been, because once I go there, it loses its charm, you know? It's mostly just from reading. But, like, everybody when they're a kid has to, like, make their own fun, create their own fun. But I feel like as you grow around this area especially, you still have to create your own fun. Because there's like, it's just not accessible to you. So you're like in the forest with G.I. Joes and stuff. But that's what I've always done. I've just entertained myself by writing songs about stuff that I had no idea about and making stories up.
Do you feel it's still accessible for musicians and up-and-coming creatives to still keep their roots planted here?
Yeah, no, you can make music anywhere. With technology now, you can do whatever you want, wherever you want. And really, it's way more distracting to be in Los Angeles or New York or something, I would think. I mean, the food's great, you know, but I like it here. The food's getting really good here too, you know?
No doubt. No doubt. Questions in the audience? You want to raise your hand? We'll go right here.
Hey, how does like work fit into? How do you think work fits into that? Like, do you have to like? I'd be afraid I'd get into the squiggle space and then just like stay there.
No, that's actually a really good question. That's a really good question. Actually, what you want to do is be in the squiggle space all the time. It weirdly works. You would think that it's really reckless to be in that plane of thought all the time, or no thought, but it's actually very clear, and like, I don't know how it works. I just don't know how it works. It's like, and it's wonderful, and it's like, you do everything you need to do, and everything gets taken care of, and you're very clear-headed when you meditate.
Cool, right here.
I hope that helps.
Hello, my name's Michael. I'm a more famous person myself, been all over town. And I just want to know about when you say foreign. Mm-hmm. So can you break it down a little bit more about? I know you talk about AABA or all that type of stuff like that, mm-hmm. And how can you figure out what words to use how do you figure out your own title of the song and the words to put into it, though?
Yeah.
So how can you inspire yourself of writing a song?
Right. Actually, those songs I played don't have a title, actually, right now. But it just kind of happens. A lot of times when I sit down and my head's all... and my head's all filled with things. It's hard to write, but it's only when I calm my mind and start strumming. It's almost like music and words just happen, and it's important to have like a safe place where you feel comfortable, because like some of the stuff that comes out of my mouth, I wouldn't want anybody to hear. You know, while I'm like trying to create stuff, it's just like embarrassing. But it. Yeah. Totally, yeah. So like, you'll just start playing stuff, and it's a little bit weird because there's an audience, but yeah.
And then on a meeting and ride, you gotta wait in a space, and then we go on a race. I wanna be your last dance. So you got these little bits that you can go to, that I've had logged in, that I can go to, but still it's just playing around until some words land. And then when the words land, and then you can start building the story, and it starts just coming together. I don't know how it happens, it just starts working out. And everybody can do it, you know?
Hey, Matt, maybe you could even speak to, there's a structure here, and there's a form, and there's a safe place to stay in. We kind of know what works and what doesn't work. How have you processed taking the squiggly lines and taking creative risk versus playing creatively safe?
I'm not sure that I understand the question.
No worries. We were trying to get really deep on you.
No, yeah.
But I think of like the biggest thing is I think of like your first album, and then the most recent album. There's a different sound, and versus like creatively, where were you trying to explore or go personally as a creative and as an artist?
I think I was just being influenced by different stuff, more of like hip hop during the latest one and stuff like that. But I think maybe what you're saying is like, as no thought goes up, we can't turn off our minds ever. Like it's gonna be there, and it's something we have to live with. But it starts forming things. Wherever your desire is, your mind will form it.
One last question. Let's go up here. Or who's got time for me? Somebody shout out the time.
I'm a freelance writer, so I don't do music, but I have trouble sometimes with the structure of my day, and I'm curious if you force yourself in a room when you don't feel inspired. Like, how do you actually get through,
Yeah.
how do you make your day-to-day work when you're not in the inspired mood?
Such a good question. I also have trouble structuring my day. My wife helps me out a lot in telling me to take the time, because there's like a lot of guilt associated with it too, especially if you just sit in a room and don't do anything, and because you always want final products, and it's just not how creativity works. You have to sit there and do nothing, and you can't even have a final product in sight, or it'll just be like detrimental to it. I don't know. Does it like, I schedule time to do nothing now, to actually just sit and not even meditate, but just absolutely nothing and play.
2 more. We'll just go right down the line.
So when you're creating stuff with your team and you're putting yourself like in a vulnerable place, putting out what you think is good, how do you handle criticism with grace?
Man, yeah, I don't a lot of the times. God, yeah. Okay. What helps me is if I stay true to the idea and keep it secret for as long as I can until it's like right. The longer I keep it and get it right, the less input it'll need, right? But if I have something I'm really excited about and I want to show everybody, and then they start being like, well, we should go to here and here, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I actively, for a while, I was actively like going into rehearsals with like, all right, just be open to every idea and take the time to explore whatever path anybody wants to go down.
One more for Matt. Right here. Let's get you on the mic. If you pass the mic over.
How do you deal with the reality that as a creative person, what you may make doesn't fit into that? Doesn't fit into the model of what's considered standard or for the hits? I mean, are you able to create and not feel the need to push it to fit into that formula?
Well, the thing is, I have a strong desire to like write country songs, and I grew up listening to like Randy Newman, and well, even though he had some like bizarre structured songs, but like John Prine and stuff, and so it's kind of like in my mold to fit it into like a classic kind of country standard, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I know what you're saying, and that's actually interesting. I should probably branch out and try and try something new.
Just put Creative Mornings on the credits for that one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Give it up for Matt Myers, everybody.
Hey, thank you guys very much.